Hi there, this is Paige with Stmpgrl here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm sharing with you the project I made for the Pinspiration Collab 2020. This is hosted by Kim, who is Kreationsby Kimber here on YouTube. She's going to be taking a break for a while, but the rest of us will continue on with sharing our projects with you for this collaboration. So for the month of June, I chose this pin right here. I like the card sketch along with the examples. When I clicked on the pin, it took me to Carolina Evans, her blog, which is www.studioevans.blogspot.com.au, and a fun little sketch with some measurements and a layout. I have a lot of Stampin' Up! Paper. Well, I have a lot of 6x6 paper just in general, but I've joined paper shares over the years and have never really used up all of that paper. So one of my goals is to start using those cut up 6x6 paper shares. So I paired my Stampin' Up! Paper with this card sketch and came up with these cards. Now they're all basically the same. Stampin' Up! Paper, you know, is double-sided, so I just picked out 3 patterns, cut my pieces, and then flip some over to the other side so that I can mix and match what I was using. But I loved this pattern because it just reminded me of dandelions, and so I pulled out my collection of dandelion stamps that I keep in the Stampin' Up! Case. So on the cover it shows a stamp set from a Muse Studio, and from this set I used the sentiment that I'll show you and this little cluster of dandelion puffs blowing in the wind. I used this stamp, although it's not in the original packaging, so I don't know what company that one is from. So my apologies for that, but I do have several other dandelion stamps. Here's one from May Made It, and from this stamp set I used this little piece right here. And then here's the one from a Muse Studio. So when I start to get kind of a smaller collection of stamps, what I like to do is store them together in one case if I can, so that they're just easy to locate all at once. So here I went through and made all my backgrounds following the cutting guide on that pin, and then I stamped the little dandelion cluster on some white cardstock, matted it with black, and popped it up with dimensional tape. Then Make-A-Wish, I think I might have forgotten to show you where that one was from. Make-A-Wish was from this set right here, and this one is from the Stamps of Life, and I used that sentiment right there. And again, I matted it, I stamped it, punched it with a circle punch, matted it with another circle punch, and popped it up with some dimensionals. And then for the inside of the card, I left it white, but I did use the sentiment from a Muse, and it says, when you look at a field of dandelions, you can either see 100 weeds or 100 wishes. And then this is where I stamped the little puffs blowing, and then I just crisscrossed that other little stamp that I showed you. So all of these are the same except for the arrangement of the pattern papers. It was a fun card to make. I know I'll be using that sketch many, many more times. I'll have a link down below to all the participants in this collaboration so you can check out their creations this month. And I'd like to thank you for joining me. And now I'm off to create.